Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you once again how to make a ton of coins on FIFA 23. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. We're giving away 5 copies of the AFC. All you've got to do is send me proof over on Instagram and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And if you do make any coins, don't forget to drop a like down below. And of course, if you need coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. Now, of course, remember, guys, if you do need your Foot Champs games played for you, go over to the sponsor. They can also get that done for you as well. But don't forget to complete this SBC. Here's my solution. We've used 11 Prem players. It's a pretty simple one, but there will be cheaper ones over on Footbin. But you get 6, I think, La Liga players or 8 La Liga players back for it. So a very solid pack. And what I will do is, if we get a TOTS out of any of these free packs that we have sitting there, I will give away an extra copy. So it will be 6 copies of FIFA or EAFC. So not FIFA 24, but EAFC. So hopefully, no blue in this one. Can the daily login pack redeem? No blue in this one. Final hope, 83 plus double. We got to get something blue, come on. Not even a blue. I know it sounds weird to complain, but I've had... Not bad. That's not bad. You know what? We'll add an extra copy because that's... I mean, it's just fodder now, but back in the day, that was an Mbappe level card. Now, of course, into the coin making. If you have none at the start, what are you going to do? So you've got bronze pack method. That'll be linked below. Really simple, and that'll teach you how to make a good few bits of coins in order to do the methods. Then you've got things like the squad battles, div rivals, or moments. So moments, you can get some tradable rewards. Squad battles, you can get packs and some coins per game. Obviously, it's a bit of a slow return. Div rivals is probably your best bet along with the Foot Champs qualifications, because if you do both of those, there's almost immediate reward, because by doing the Foot Champs, you do get an immediate reward for qualifications, even if you don't win. Now, going on to the methods, what I do want to drop at the start of the video, just in honor of the Neymar, he's the first one I've actually packed this FIFA. I haven't packed Neymar at all this year aside from that, which is really weird, but we've got gold rare forward League One, and you're going to go over to PSG. Now, you're going to need a few coins for this one, but I just wanted to drop it in because it's a nice little filter, and seeing Neymar there, it made me think of it. So with this one, you do want, I mean, 27k for Neymar. I can't believe I'm giving you guys an extra copy of the game for that, but, you know, 6 copies is nothing. With, you know, you've absolutely helped me get to 14k, which we are so close to. So we, you know, I've got to give you guys a shout out. So it's 27k for this one. This method was nowhere near this cheap before. I thought we were going to be looking at 40k, but I suppose the market is mud. So you're looking at about 27k for the sell-on of Neymar, which means realistically EA tax on that 2.7, half that. So wait, is it half that? Yeah, half that, 2.7 half. It's basically 1.5k essentially. So 1k, that's 0.5. So that's 500 coin profit. That's a K profit. So that's not even that difficult. Going for a 24.5 on Neymar this time of the year. Pretty easy. Obviously, you've got the chance of Messi there. I'm not going to even try and say that you've got the chance of Mbappe because that's just not realistic. But Messi could still come up for 25k. It'd be a very low ball snipe, but you'd be taking a dub there. Of course, Neymar, probably the easier one to snipe out of these guys. You can do compare price. Oh, we've got some 25s coming in, so there are some cheaper ones being listed. Oh, we've just missed a 24,750, but I think you could easily sell him on for 28, so that would have been a very, very good snipe. But we don't want to get too far ahead, of course. Going for those higher values, we do need to make some coins on the lower end first. Now, this one here, you got Lacazette and Dembele on a common gold filter. Now, realistically, I think commons are a very good place to be trading right now because the upper part of the market, there really isn't a lot going for it. But at least with commons, you have a good berth of profit for what you're putting in. So you're going to sell this guy for 1,000 coins. Realistically, EA tax on that is 50 coins. So if we go down to 850, we are making 100 coins profit. Now, realistically, he can go for as low as 400, which means we can make up to about 550 coins per card. So overall, you're looking at a bigger profit margin than what you're going to be looking at with a lot of the more expensive cards. Now, I know you're on a much smaller scale, you need to snipe a lot more, but if you can get a few good snipes of this, you are absolutely laughing. Now, of course, commons aren't being listed as much as usual, just due to the fact that everyone is opening either a load of untradeable packs or packs that only contain rares. So that is something that you are going to find it be a little bit slower than you would usually find it, but these kind of filters are the best ones to be making coins at the bottom. And as you can see, we've just literally come out come back in, we've got one for 600 coins. So that one, really easy profit. Popping him up for a K, so that's 350 coins profit. Very, very easy. Another little one that's been working for quite some time is the Spanish Chelsea. So with this one, you're going to have the likes of Kepa, Azpilicueta, and you should have as well Cucurella. To my knowledge, let me just have a look. Is it left back or left wing back? Would it be left wing back? I swear Cucurella is on this one. Is he not? So if you have a look, Cucurella is literally worth like 6k. So Cucurella is actually on the filter, but is way more expensive than anyone else on the filter, which is a bit of a dub. I'm a fan of that. So that does mean you've got a big berth. If you manage to get yourself Cucurella, you're absolutely laughing. This one, you're looking at about what, 2k, which is pretty decent. I mean, at this time of the year, having gold commons at 2k, it just gives you something to mess around with and trade with. I mean, there's nothing from the looks of things. Okay, so it's just that one there. You're looking at around 2.6. So this is a really good method where you can make a decent bit. I mean, if you get 600 coin snipe on one of these, you are absolutely laughing. And with commons, it happens more than with anything else. So 2.5, EA tax is going to be about 125 coins. So actually, there you're making 75, there you're making 175, and that we would have made about K. So that is an absolute L. Oh, we got a 2k. That's nice. So decent profit there. I mean, these filters have been dubs. I can't lie, commons seem to be the dub. Now, if you've made yourself a few coins, you can pop yourself over to starting on the team of the seasons, and there's a few variations of new filters we can do. Now, first of all, with the Prem, a good one to start off with, you've got two options. You can either exclusivize yourself just to goalkeepers by popping on goalkeeper. Obviously, what you've got there, Ramsdale, De Gea, pretty easy filter, both of them similar value, both of them trash in game, but it does work as a filter. Now, of course, you can do the alternate, which is basic. So, of course, anyone who's really used these cards, they're probably not going to be on basic anymore. So that is one thing that defeats that. But aside from that, it takes out the goalkeepers, so you can basically find that the cheapest kind of regular outfield players. So if you go there, you're going to see that as Declan Rice. So if you actually want, what you can do is take that off of basic, go over to midfielder, and then have a look at what you have there. So midfielder, we've got Casemiro, obviously a little bit more expensive. I mean, how much is he actually sitting at? Because about 80k from the looks of things, that's what we're seeing on a bid. So 80k him. You've also got the likes of Odegaard there as well. Once again, Odegaard nowhere near 160k, going for about 75. So both of them pretty cheap. Who else have we got in that? Obviously De Bruyne, that's not going to happen. I think it's just those three. So you've got, okay, and Trippier as well. So you've got a nice little filter there. You can pop on English, but I don't think it's going to change too much. I think simply doing the filter on about 40,000 coins, looking kind of for the biting point, it looks like Rice might be about 30 on the dot, is that right? I mean, he gets extra points from me for being in a scrap at the game the other night, or, I mean, I don't know what was going on there, but I saw some very solid West Ham fans, which is good from them. Do you know what? Sticking up for your players, friends and families, I mean, you can't really fault it. But with 33k, so 10% of that, 3.3, half that, you're looking at about 2k EA tax. So that on 31, you're making a little bit of profit already. If you go down to 37.50, you're looking at about a K for that. So pretty decent overall. Ooh. And we got one straight away. I mean, we are just absolutely dossing this. This has been a very easy day of sniping, boys. I think this might be when you need to just, if you're watching this video, just hammer it, because it seems to be easy. So if we pop over to the Eredivisie, you can do a few things with this. Now, first of all, on the bottom end, you're just going to have Veerman. So 20k, pretty easy. He's not even sat at 20k, he's even less than that. But a good one that you can pop over and do is forward and Ajax. Now, it doesn't include the best forward that they did have, which is Simmons. Obviously, he's over at PSV. But it does get yourselves Tadic, Kudus and Bergwijn, all very similar values, so it's a very nice filter to do. If you want, you can actually just pop over and do Simmons on his own. Because of the value he had, if you can essentially get a good snipe on him, you are absolutely laughing. So we can find Simmons. He is a 73 rated base, but he's managed to get a team of the season, so you know he's had a good season. It's one of the better ones as well. Is it 5-star? It's not even 5-star skills, but it was such a high price. So you want to go for him realistically. I think it's 360k from the looks of things. A little bit more, 370. So realistically, EA tax on this, we're just going to say as if it's about 400k. So we've essentially got to get one that's about 340 would give us 10k profit, cover EA tax. I think we'd get around like a 13 or 14k like profit there. So we can work that out, go down, and you might not, I mean, if we even go to 4343, we're making, I think, exactly 10k there. You might not find one very quickly, and it might be one that you come back to later and you do little bits of, but it's a good card to snipe. There'll be a lot of people listing him, mislisting him over team of the season, over foot champs. There'll be reasons that people make the mistake to list him. So a lot of people will have him untradeable as well, which means that the ones that are going on the market will probably just keep circulating, because I don't think many people are going to keep him. So you're probably in a good position with that. You've just got to sit and kind of wait it out. As I said, you know, it's 30k under, so you are going to have to be a bit lucky, but it's worth trying. Simple one to finish off. It is one that you've been able to do a little bit of, but because of the Liga Tots, obviously it's going to be a lot better. Team of the season and then Spanish. Now you can do outfield player by popping on the basic chem style, but you don't have to, so you can definitely still do a good bit with this without that. Now if you pop it on, you're going to be looking obviously De Gea, Morata, obviously on the very bottom end of things. That's just those two. You got Marino, who's somehow that cheap. Well, I say he's that cheap. Look at he's not that cheap actually. He's more expensive than I thought, maybe, to be fair. What's the card? It's disappeared now. But yeah. So finishing off, you do team of the season and Spanish. This one's obviously been around for a while, but we've got a lot of new additions with La Liga. So De Gea and Morata on the bottom end, but then you've also got the likes, obviously you've got Marino there, David Garcia. A lot of these La Liga players are just going to absolutely soar down, so you'll be able to grab them as well. As usual, drop a like down below if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new.